Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome to the video. I hope your morning is going great. Mine's been really awesome, and we have a highly anticipated video today. It is the top 10 Overwatch players that must join Overwatch League in Season 2. Now, this list was hard to make, guys. I'm telling you, there's so many good players outside of the Overwatch League. And a lot of those really insane players before Season 1 that just weren't 18 in time are now eligible to join the league. So it's going to be crazy in this offseason, guys. We can expect so much more new talent, especially on these expansion teams and even on the Overwatch League teams that exist already. Because there's a ton of talent that are already on their contenders rosters. We'll be seeing a lot of those players pulled up into the Overwatch League. And then real quick, before we actually get into the video, guys, I just want to emphasize that there are so many players. There's like 30 or 40 that I want to put on this list, but unfortunately it's top 10. I can only choose 10 of them. So of course there's going to be a player that you're thinking of that you really want to be on this list that maybe slipped my mind, or that I just thought these 10 players deserve it a little bit more. So if you guys are excited to watch the top 10 list of players that must join Overwatch League Season 2, be sure to drop a like on this video. And if you enjoy daily Overwatch League content like this video, be sure to click the subscription box down below. I upload Overwatch videos every single day. And now without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into this list. Alright, so this list is kind of all over. It's really hard to rank these players with like priority of who I think should join first, because they all deserve to join the league. Some of it might be a little bit random, but the players on the top are definitely the ones that I want to join the league the most. Starting off with number 10, we have Nene from XL2 Academy. Now, Nene is a promising player. Ever since I saw him first compete in Overwatch Apex Season 4, I knew he was extremely talented. I honestly expected to see him in the Season 1 of the Overwatch League, considering he was 20 years old. Well, he didn't quite make the cut, but he did get picked up by New York Excelsior's Academy team. And going into Season 1 of Contenders with XL2, I expected this team to be one of the best and thought they would at least make it to the finals against Fusion University. Unfortunately for them, it didn't really pan out. Nene spent the entire season playing from Korea, so he had around 180, 170 ping. That's clearly a huge disadvantage for Nene, so the fact that he still did play pretty decent in Season 1 is pretty shocking. And I definitely wouldn't put XL2 Academy's misfortunes of Season 1 on Nene. He played fine. It was honestly just a mess for New York's Academy team in Season 1. They finished 5th through 8th, but in Season 2, this is where Nene really started to rise alongside Flower. They're clearly one of the best DPS duos in the entire league, and Nene's play has been phenomenal. He's extremely flexible, with his signature heroes being Widowmaker, Tracer, and Doomfist. He's a player 100% I expect to see in Overwatch League Season 2, probably with a team being built around him on an expansion roster. He, in my opinion, is still unknown and underrated, so I'm excited to see what he can do. Now moving on to number 9, and this is kind of where we start to see a problem arise, where there are so many good players in Korean contenders, specifically on Runaway and Kongdu Panthera. In an ideal world, every single player on both of these teams will be in Overwatch League Season 2, without a doubt in my mind. And it's nearly impossible not to mention almost all of them on a top 10 list of players that must join Overwatch League Season 2. Because honestly, they all must join Overwatch League in Season 2. So it's going to be tough, guys. Moving on to number 9, we have Luffy from Kongdu Panthera. Now, Luffy has been around the Overwatch scene for an extremely long time, and he has always been a prominent support player, dating all the way back to 2016, where he competed in his first LAN event, Intel Extreme Masters Season 6 Gyeonggi, with Kongdu Panthera. He didn't make it too far, he finished 5th through 6th, but then he continued to compete with Kongdu Panthera in Season 2 of Apex, then Season 3 where he went to the Grand Finals against Lunatic High and barely lost, as well as Season 4 with Kongdu, Nexus Cubs, Overwatch Team Stories with Kongdu, Overwatch Contenders Season 1 Korea with Kongdu where he lost to Runaway, and then eventually Overwatch Contenders Season 2 in Korea where he again lost to Runaway in the finals. So he's an extremely veteran player, and he's also still really good mechanically. Combining these two factors in, he could easily be the leader of a new expansion team, or even possibly be added onto a top tier team like Boston, who needs a really good support. Sorry to Calyx, but I don't think he really cut it at the end of the day, and someone like Luffy, who's extremely experienced, could really help out that roster. And also considering that there are a lot of Overwatch League teams right now that do lack in main support, Luffy could really make a difference on their team. So for that reason, he's number 9 on my list. Moving on to number 8, we have Rascal from NRG eSports. Now, I know you guys are going to start complaining, why is there so many Koreans on this list? Well, I'm sorry that the Koreans are the best at Overwatch, and if you want good players in the Overwatch League, the Korean ones are going to join first. That's just how it works, guys. I'm extremely sorry that maybe your favorite player from NA or EU isn't as good as these players. It sucks. It really does. I wish there was more American players, but that's just how the dice rolls, boys. Now, talking about number 8, we have Rascal. I think everybody here knows who he is. He competed for London Spitfire at the beginning of Season 1, then was traded over to the Dallas Fuel. Obviously, that didn't work out, though. He had some beef with Kai and AKM. He eventually got released. Whether it was his fault or not, I'm not too sure. But he still had a pretty decent performance in the Overwatch League, considering his circumstances. Being traded out of nowhere and not being told by your own team definitely is harsh. And the fact that he went to a team like Dallas Fuel, who was definitely in shambles at the time, was extremely unfortunate. And prior to the Overwatch League, he's one of the most experienced players in the entire world. He also helped the NRG eSports roster get further this season than they did last, and he almost led NRG to the Contender Season 2 finals. Without a doubt in my mind, Rascal definitely deserves another shot in the Overwatch League, and hopefully this time it's a fair one. And now moving on to number 7, we have Coma from Kongdu Panthera. Now, usually I don't put a lot of supports on my lists, and you guys know this, but between Luffy and Coma, these two are an incredible backline, and I could see them joining an established Overwatch League team together, or an expansion team, and then leading that team all the way to the playoffs in Season 2. Not only do they have incredible positioning where they never find themselves caught out, but they also have insane mechanics. Even on a hero like Lucio, Coma found a way to make an insane impact for his team in the grand finals against Runaway. And I think if Kongdu did have better tank and DPS play in those finals, they would have definitely won. I believe throughout the entire finals, Luffy and Coma held their own, and specifically on map 7, Ilios, Coma had one of the best individual performances I've ever seen from a support player. I can't count on my 2 hands how many boops he got on that second round of Well. He was literally knocking Runaway players in one by one over and over, and sometimes even 2 at once. It was honestly a miracle that Runaway somehow won that round and stayed alive in this match. Coma was setting himself up, a support player on Lucio, to be the MVP for the grand finals against Runaway in Season 2 of Contenders Korea. As I said, if they would have just had a little bit better play from their DPS and tanks, they would have won this round and it would have been over. And one special thing about Coma and Luffy is that they can both play every single support hero, whether it's Zenyatta to Mercy to Ana, they can play it all. And there's just so much to talk about for Coma. I didn't even get to mention how experienced he is. He played in Overwatch Apex Season 2 finals with Runaway against Lunatic High, as well as Flash Lux in Apex Season 4. His and Luffy's experience cannot be overlooked. These guys 100% will be in the league this season. Now moving on to number 6, we have Janu from Runaway. Of course, there's going to be a ton of Runaway players on this list, and Janu has to be here. He is definitely the best diva in all of Overwatch Contenders Korea. He put on an absolute spectacle for us in this last Season 2 of Korea Contenders. I don't even think there was anybody who came close to him. And not only did he win Season 2 of Contenders Korea, he also went to the grand finals in Overwatch Apex Season 4 against GC Busan, where unfortunately he did lose in Game 7. But just like a lot of the other players on this list, experience is there, and experience is going to play a huge factor in who deserves to be in the Overwatch League Season 2. Yeah, it's always great to be the Philadelphia Fusion and pick up unknown gems that no one has heard of. But it's always a safer bet and smarter bet to go with the player who has been extremely experienced and proved in the past that he is going to be great. So with that tied with the fact that Janu is the best diva in all of Korea, it is very clear he is going to join the Overwatch League Season 2, whether it's with all his Runaway teammates or with another team, he will be there. And now moving on to number 5, you guys might start to notice a trend. We have Bumper from Runaway. Now, I don't know if there is anybody in the world who deserves to be in the Overwatch League more than Bumper. This guy is insane. He has competed with Runaway since the very beginning of their Season 2 Apex run, where they lost in the grand finals to Lunatic High. Now, what is so special about this guy is he has competed for them on multiple roles and has exceeded expectations every single time on every different role. He first started out as a support player, then he transitioned into being an off-tank diva player, and then now in Overwatch Contenders Season 2, where Runaway finally achieved their dream of being champions, he is a main tank player, and he is an incredible one. It's honestly crazy. I think he is the one player that has swapped roles so much in all of Overwatch, but still succeeded every single time, no matter what role he played. I know a lot of people like to look at Gods from the North American scene and say, oh man, he's so flexible, he can play so many roles. Yeah, he is pretty flexible and he can play so many roles, but not even close to the level that Bumper has done it. Now, don't get me wrong, Gods is good, but Bumper is great. This guy will hands down be in the Overwatch League Season 2. Again, whether if it's with Runaway or another team, I don't know, but he will be there. And speaking of Gods, I really do think he deserves to join the Overwatch League Season 2. He's played really well for the Gladiators Legion team so far. And honestly, so many other Western players do deserve to be in the league as well. It's just that I don't think they're in the top 10. So if you guys want me to do a top 10 list of Western players that must join the league, be sure to comment down below letting me know that's what you want to see next. And if this video can get 3,000 likes, I'll 100% do that video. Moving on to number 4, we have Stitch from Runaway. Yes, another Runaway player, guys. They deserve to be in the league, there's no doubt about it. Consistently since Season 2 of Apex, Stitch has been one of the best tracers in the entire Korean scene. Competing with players like Prophet and Birdring his whole career, of course he's going to be incredible, making it to the finals multiple times. He was always so close to getting that championship. Well, he finally achieved it in Season 2 of Korean Contenders. He might not have gotten 100% playtime as Seo Min-soo came in and played for him sometimes. It was just because Seo Min-soo was so damn good. Who, by the way, if had more experience, he would definitely be on this list as well. But we're talking about Stitch right now, and in Overwatch, where Tracer just always finds herself back in the meta, he is going to be extremely valuable for Season 2, whether it's as a starter or a sub position. If I had to guess though, he will more than likely be joining an expansion team with most of the Runaway players. We'll just have to see what happens, but no doubt in my mind, Stitch deserves to be on this list and in Overwatch League Season 2. Now moving on to number 3, some of you guys might be relieved. We do have Fran from Western Overwatch. He's the first Western player on the list and the only one, not gonna lie. Number 2 and 1 aren't going to be Western players, but Fran just needs to join the Overwatch League. He is the biggest what if of Overwatch. He was so damn good when he played for Selfless, and if it wasn't for his mentality and attitude issues getting into the way, he would have 100% been in Season 1 and probably would have been one of the best players in the world. Whether it's on Tracer, Hit Scan, or just whatever hero he decides to play at that time, he is going to be incredible. For God's sakes, he could probably join the league on Lucio. It just doesn't matter. Defran's aim is impeccable. It's the best I've ever seen in my life. Imagine if Defran continued to play Overwatch for Selfless or whatever pro team he was on at the time, and he transitioned into the Widowmaker meta and grinded it 24/7. He would have been the best. His positioning is just so damn methodical. You never know where he's going to be or how he's going to peak. And if you want to tie that with the fact that he never misses a shot, he would have been one of the best. No doubt in my mind, guys. I know Defran is happy with streaming, but geez, I just hope he decides to give professional play another chance. And if he does, it would be incredible. Let's also not forget, if Defran was in the league, he would definitely be giving us the juice, boys. So Defran, if you're out there, buddy, please give us a chance. Play in the league. Also, guys, if you do want to see a video kind of like the one I did with Dreamcasper yesterday titled The Story of Defran, the greatest player to not play in the league ever, or something like that, be sure to comment down below as well, because that's something I'm definitely thinking about doing. And now moving on to number 2, don't be upset, guys, we have Haxel from Runaway. Don't get mad, guys, these players deserve to be in the Overwatch League 100%. And specifically Haxel, who last season was not eligible, and if he were, he was 100% going to be in the league without a doubt. And Haxel is the only player who has been with Runaway since the very start of Overwatch Apex Season 1. He is literally the OG. When I think Runaway, the first thing that comes to my mind is Haxel, and I'm sure it's the same for many of you guys. He was honestly the very first Korean Genji that just shocked everybody and let us know that these guys are insane. Of course, there was Rascal, Who Are You, Prophet, but they all came after Haxel. He set the tone. Not only is he extremely experienced, flexible, he is just damn good, and without a doubt in my mind, he is going to be in Season 2 of Overwatch League. He turns 18 on October 7th, and that means he is completely eligible, and he is going to get a ton of offers. I know if I was building a team, one of the first players I would go to is definitely Haxel. He will definitely be in Season 2. And now moving on to number 1, who is probably the most anticipated player to join the Overwatch League ever, we have Flower from XL2 Academy. Now, that is actually the biggest reason why he is number 1 on my list. list is because everyone else is so damn hyped to see him play. Sure, maybe he's not as good as some of the other players on this list, and he might have been a little bit overhyped from his World Cup performance, but I am not taking anything away from Flower. He is extremely flexible, and he is one of the best players in the world on multiple heroes, whether it's Widowmaker, Pharah, Genji, or whoever the hell it is, guys. He is insane, and without a doubt in my mind, he is going to be pulled up into the Overwatch League by New York Excelsior, or he is going to be traded or sold for a ton of money by New York. And going back to that 2017 World Cup performance when he was on South Korea, this was his breakout moment. He absolutely dominated anybody and everybody in his way, whether it was on Pharah or Genji or Widowmaker. The guy's an absolute superstar, and no matter what team he joins, he is absolutely going to carry them. And Flower would have 100% been in Season 1 of Overwatch League as the carry superstar for any team if he was just of age. He missed it by like a month, but that doesn't matter anymore, guys. Flower is now 18 and he is ready for the league. The question is the league ready for him? And that's it, guys. That is my top 10 list of players that must join Overwatch League Season 2. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm sure most of you won't agree on all of my picks, but honestly, I feel like every player on this list will be in Overwatch League Season 2 because they have been so damn good over the past couple years. And again, if you do want to see me do a Western version of this list, just go ahead and let me know down below, and be sure to drop a like on this video, because if we do reach 3,000, I will do a Western version only. Also, if you want to see the Fran video, comment that down below as well. And if you guys did enjoy this, don't forget, drop that like and subscribe to my channel for more daily Overwatch League content. I upload videos like this, and I also cover news daily, so if you want to stay updated on everything, turn post notifications on and subscribe to me, guys. Thank you for watching. I'm out of here. Peace.